All right, let's dive right in. For so many of us, accounting can feel like this giant recurring headache, right? Whether you're trying to grow a business or just keep your personal finances straight, it often feels more like a chore than a tool. But what if we could completely flip that script? That's what we're going to talk about today, how the right kind of expert help can take all that complexity and just make it clear.
So, does this question kind of hit home for you? It gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that nagging feeling that all the financial admin stuff is slowing you down, getting in the way of what you really want to be doing. If you're nodding along right now, well, you are definitely in the right place.
Yep, and here they are, the usual suspects. We're talking about trying to make sense of constantly changing tax laws, just keeping your finances in order, making sure you're getting all the credits you deserve. It can be absolutely overwhelming. It's like financial friction, All these little things that slow you down and add risk you just don't need. So, the big question is, what do you do about it?
Okay, so first up, let's talk about personal finances. Because really, before you can build a successful business, you've got to have a solid handle on your own financial situation. This is all about taking back control and, believe it or not, turning tax time from something you dread into a real opportunity. And here's where things get interesting. It's all about a mindset shift, from being reactive to being proactive. It stops being just about filing your taxes on time. Instead, it's about actively hunting down every single advantage you're entitled to. Take something like the GST/HST housing rebate. A lot of people with investment properties don't even realize they can claim this. We're talking about potentially leaving thousands of dollars on the table. See, this is how a simple obligation becomes a smart financial strategy.
All right, now let's scale this up and look at the business side of things. Because for a company, good accounting is so much more than just ticking compliance boxes. It's literally the engine that fuels your growth. And these services, they're the absolute bedrock, the fundamentals. Getting your corporate taxes right means no nasty penalties. Good, clean bookkeeping gives you a live pulse on your business's health. And those financial statements? Well, that's your roadmap. It shows you exactly where you've been so you can make smart decisions about where you're headed.
Now, this is where it gets really cool, because this shows how accounting grows with you. It's not just about the day-to-day stuff. Are you innovating, creating something new? Then you need to know about the SR&ED program. It offers massive, refundable tax credits. Essentially, the government gives you cash back for your research and development. But, and this is a big but, the paperwork is notoriously intense. This is where an expert isn't just nice to have, it can literally be the difference between getting a huge cash infusion for your business or getting nothing at all.
And of course, we're living in a digital world now, and accounting has definitely kept up. Moving to the cloud, outsourcing your bookkeeping so you can actually focus on running your business, having access to all your financial info anytime from anywhere. This isn't some futuristic idea. This is the new standard for any business that wants to be quick and agile.
Okay, this is a super important point to get. You might hear accountant and think it's all the same, but it's not. A general accountant is fantastic for most individuals and smaller businesses. But a corporate tax accountant, they are a whole different level of specialist. They live and breathe complex tax planning and compliance for bigger companies. They're the ones who find those clever, tax-efficient strategies that can save a corporation a serious amount of money. It really is about having the right expert for the job.
So, okay, the services make sense. But let's be honest, when it comes to money, trust is everything, right? So how do you know you're putting your finances in good hands?
Well, for one thing, experience counts a lot. 20 years. Think about what that means. That's 2 decades of seeing tax laws change, navigating up and down economies, and handling pretty much every client situation you can imagine. You just can't buy that kind of deep experience. And then you have this, public recognition. Winning an award like this isn't a one-off. Winning it 3 years in a row, that's not a fluke. That tells you the clients are consistently happy year after year. It's a huge vote of confidence from the community.
And listen to what people are saying. This first one really nails it. Not just about numbers. They bring real strategic insight. That's the key right there. It's the difference between someone who just crunches the numbers and a real partner who helps you think strategically about your finances.
And this one here just builds on that. What do we see? Attentive, respond quickly, on time, strong knowledge. That's responsiveness, reliability, and real expertise. For any business owner, that's not just a nice to have, that's the whole ball game.
I love this last one because it's just so relatable. I really hate all things accounting. How many of us feel that way? The best service is one that takes that feeling away. One that makes it easier, that's patient, that responds. They turn something you dread into a process that's, well, simple and managed.
Okay, so testimonials are great, but let's talk about tangible results. What does this all look like in the real world? Let's check out some actual success stories.
So first up, Xylo Inc. This is such a classic story, right? A small business, great at their craft, but just drowning in the financial details. The solution? Get those processes streamlined and find ways to lower their tax bill. And the result? Boom! A big jump in profits, which they were able to pour right back into expanding the business. That's a powerful transformation.
Next, Ferris wheel press. Now, facing a tax audit, talk about stressful. That's one of the scariest things for a business owner. Here, getting expert help wasn't about growth, it was about defense. They needed someone to guide them through that maze and make sure they were compliant. The result? They dodged huge penalties and fines, keeping the company financially secure. That's huge.
And this last example really shows the range here. We're talking about a nonprofit organization. For them, every single dollar, every minute of staff time is absolutely critical. By handing off the bookkeeping and financial reporting, they could stop worrying about the numbers and focus 100% on their actual mission. And for a nonprofit, that's the dream.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? It's that expert financial guidance is all about transformation. It takes that tangled mess, that headache, and turns it into a clear picture. It turns risk into opportunity. And maybe most importantly, it swaps out all that stress and uncertainty for a clear, confident strategy to move forward.
So, we'll leave you with this one question to really think about. For your own goals, for your business, for your life, what could a truly clear financial picture unlock for you?